Hi, Rich Tehrani here. We're at IT Expo West 2009 in Los Angeles, and today we are going to be speaking with Steve Sokol, who's the software product manager for Digium. Steve, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Thanks for being on our program today.
Yeah, my pleasure.
So I thought we'd start out by talking a little bit about how you got involved with Asterisk.
Well, it's kind of interesting. I started out doing telephony applications back in the CT Expo days. As a matter of fact, I came here fairly frequently.
In the same convention center, just on the other side, actually.
Yeah. And I was working on an IVR platform for a client, and we were looking at different solutions for connectivity. And I ran across Asterisk, sort of out of the blue. I had been doing development mostly on Windows platforms, and this, sort of amazing set of circumstances took me to, a new, Linux-based platform called Asterisk.
And you were familiar with Unix or Linux at the time?
Yeah, I'd already done IVR development for Avaya way back when it was still AT&T, as a matter of fact, on their Conversant platform. So I'd learned Unix for that, and most everything from that sort of applied to Linux. So I was looking really for a lower-cost T1 card. I was using cards from one of the major competitors of Digium today, and just thought it was ridiculous that for something that was 1.5 megabits worth of network connectivity, we were paying $12,000 or $13,000. And I went Googling around and came across Digium's, very early T1 cards, and that took me into Asterisk. And from there, I just started doing development on it. I thought it was interesting, checked it out, submitted a couple of patches, and I wrote something called EX-Phone, which I don't even know if it's around today, but it was an EX2-based soft phone. And I thought, well, this is kind of a way of testing the market. I put it out on my website and had 1,000 or so downloads within a day or two. And I'm like, okay, there's something here. This isn't just, an idea. There's actually a community that's really grown up around it. So I wound up going to another conference where Mark was speaking. And
Mark Spencer.
Mark Spencer, yeah. And met him, and at that, I also met a guy named Ollie Johansson, who, together with him, we created actually a conference called Astricon, which is still going on today. Did that in 2004. We were expecting about 100 people to show up, and we wound up with just shy of 500. So we knew we were onto something. Did that, created a training program for Asterisk, and grew that sort of business for a couple of years. And then in 2007, we were acquired by Digium, and that's how I came to be a Digium employee.
That's great. So now, what are you doing at the company? What's happening? What's exciting?
Well, I'm the product manager for software, and a lot of what I've been focused on lately is what we're calling custom telephony solutions, which is Asterisk outside of its role as a PBX. For years, everybody said, "Oh, Asterisk, the open source PBX," and it's absolutely that. But it's also an open source VoIP gateway, an open source call recording platform, call conferencing bridge, and a lot of other things. So I've been working on trying to get people excited about that particular side of Asterisk.
How do you go about doing that?
Well, we're in the process of doing some work on our website, which we'll be launching. We're really starting to focus on getting the message out about it, talking to people at conferences like this. I just gave a talk a little while ago at the Ingate
SIP
trunking seminar about Asterisk in the enterprise, but outside of its role as a PBX. So that's part of it. Of course, we've got the folks from Switchvox, which is our PBX sort of turnkey solution division, who will be talking about Asterisk as a PBX and how Asterisk and open source sort of spawned a huge amount of new feature development within the telephony world. So that's coming up later on this week.
Well, that's exciting stuff, right? So it's keeping you very, very busy, and it sounds like you literally could be focusing on this full time because there's just so many different areas that Asterisk can play in as communications evolves.
Absolutely. So we've got several people who are working diligently right now on just creating new and interesting applications out of Asterisk. So it's kind of exciting.
So TMC is very happy to be working with Digium right now on Astricon and actually being a media sponsor for the show. And I was wondering if we could just wrap up with you telling us the dates for the show and just give us a reason why everyone needs to be at this event.
Well, the show is October 13th through the 15th, and it's going to be in Glendale, Arizona, just outside of Phoenix. And everybody should be there because we've really got some exciting stuff going on between the launch of Skype for Asterisk, which we announced last year at Astricon, plus a lot of the other components that we've added into the solution this year. I think it's going to be a great show. We've got a lot of speakers lined up, some really good keynotes. Someone from, let's see, we've got IBM and Google both giving keynotes at the show. So it should be a great opportunity to kind of get together with the Asterisk community, connect, find out what other people are thinking, from around the world, and how Asterisk is, making a difference.
Well, thanks for being on our program.
My pleasure.
This was great. Great to see you.